Welcome back to Cosmic Kickback, everybody, the galaxy's favorite talk show. My name is Nick, as always, joined by my co-host Joshua.
Hello, governor.
He's talking like a British person because we're talking about Moon Knight.
Oh yeah,
It's a new show that just slapped from Marvel on Disney Plus.
We're gonna jump right into all things Moon Knight.
Yeah,
I really want to talk about the accent and see what you think about
that's what's really important here.
That's
everybody.
the most important takeaway from this first episode.
Yeah.
Full spoilers for the first episode of Moon Knight. If you guys don't want to know anything, just go watch it. This is probably gonna be just a first impressions more so than a review.
Yeah.
We still got 5 episodes, but if you don't want to know anything, just end it here. If you don't care, or if you've seen it already, then continue to listen. Before we even jump into the show itself, Nick, how much do you even know about Moon Knight in general?
Bro.
Like, tell me what you know. If I were to be like, Nick, who is Moon Knight? What are you telling me?
Moon Knight is an alter ego to Stephen Grant, and I think he's I guess some mercenary named Mark who got killed. And I'm kind of guessing. I honestly don't know shit, bro. Probably just besides the name Moon Knight. I don't even know why I was so hyped for this show. Because when we talked about the shows, I was super excited.
And you're
about
like,
this
now
one.
you're like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm going to say right now, this first episode, like, it served, bro. It was pretty good. Gave us a little tease.
It does. This is honestly a great introduction, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
So let me before we even get into the show, I'm not a Moon Knight expert. I know generally when we talk about comic book movies, I'm usually like, all right, Nick, well, let me tell you about
You're the comicologist, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. But Moon Knight, I'm not gonna lie to you, I've not read too much of this guy. I know enough, I think, to where you'll still be impressed.
ooh.
Yeah, but I don't know a lot. So you got a decent amount of it right. Moon Knight, his real name is Mark Spector.
Oh, wait. Also, there's a
more.
bunch of Egyptian shit in Moon Knight. Like the different gods and the... What did he call it? The 9 people and
there was 9
the
gods
Aenid.
and 3 were missing.
The Aenid. That's what he said.
Yes.
There's a lot of weird... Fuck, man. It's just like Eternals. There's like hella confusing
There's hella,
words.
like, names to know.
There's a lot of vocabulary.
Well, we're going to have to figure out what because we see the main moon god that behind him a couple times and it speaks to him in the episode. His name is like Kishnu or
Kishnu.
It's something
I
like
think
that.
you're right. It's something
you
like
can
that.
look it up. It's a 2-syllable word that ends with like an oosh or something. But while you look up the name of that, Moon Knight, the character, his name is Mark Spector. Who do you want me to actually? No, I'm just gonna tell you. Okay, so Mark Spector he's the main person. That's his official name. So Stephen Grant, the character that we're following, he is actually an alter. He's not the main guy. Mark Spector is the main guy.
Yeah. And
he becomes Moon Knight. In the comics, Mark Spector is a mercenary who is doing killing work in Egypt until he realizes, like, damn, I don't want to be a bad guy no more. And then he gets fucked up.
This Wreck-It Ralph?
Yeah, he gets shot up by his friends so he's too late. They leave him to die, and then that's when he's like about to die. The moon god, whatever his name is, comes out. And he's like, my boy, I could save you, but you have to you got to promise to do my bidding for the moon god. And he becomes Moon Knight. So in the original version, there's like 2 or 3 versions. There's a lot of versions. Sometimes he has superpowers where he literally is supernatural. Are you going to look at how it's pronounced?
Yeah, sorry. I'm looking up the pronunciation.
Let's see. Khonshu?
Khonshu? I don't know. Khonshu.
That's fine. When we say Khonshu, that's who we're talking about.
Yeah.
So yeah, sometimes Moon Knight has superpowers, like he has strength and like healing and crazy shit. It's not really healing, more so it is he can die, but then the moon god just resurrects him again. Yeah, pretty much.
Damn.
So but then he also has alters because Mark grew up he's Jewish, so his dad was like alive during the Holocaust or something, so there's a lot of stuff like that. His origin gets there's a lot of stuff there. I'm not gonna really get into that.
Very messy.
Maybe the show will, maybe it won't. I don't know.
Yeah.
But the main thing about Moon Knight is he has DID, dissociative identity disorder. Okay. So he has multiple personalities, and his main one is Mark Spector, Then there's Stephen Grant, who in this one they've actually changed significantly from the comics, and so some people are actually pissed about this.
Oh my god,
it's funny because
the diehard fans,
the diehard
they
Moon
always
Knight
come
comic
out, bro.
fans. What's funny is anytime people are pissed about something, it's always Twitter. It's always the people on Twitter. Twitter people just love to fucking hate. I swear to God.
I'm not even on Twitter, bro.
Dude, I only get on to promote the show.
Yeah, only to tweet this shit. That's it.
To promote new episodes of Cosmic Kickback is what I get on Twitter. Any other time I get on, and then within like 5 minutes I see some shit, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah. You know the meme where it's like he's like walking back into his house. It's like,
yeah,
that's
he
enough
walks
for
in and
today.
Walks back out. So yeah, people are mad because Stephen Grant in the comics is his personality that is like he's like Bruce Wayne. A lot of people compare Moon Knight to Batman, like they say it's Marvel's Batman. He's not really.
That's what I thought.
It's like that's the easiest comparison, but he's not really because Moon Knight will kill.
No, yeah, he sounds more fucked up.
Moon Knight's, oh my god, he's way more.
And he actually has like a disorder.
Yeah,
like maybe Batman might. But
Batman's definitely fucked in the head. But
yeah, we could look.
We don't
into
know
that.
exactly what he has.
Yeah.
But you got to be fucked to dress as a bat and go.
Yeah. I thought about it, dude. This is such a stray from Moon Knight, but I was playing the Arkham games recently, and I was like, bro, how crazy would it be if like
this is real.
There was like a billionaire that lived in a city, and then like at night he just dressed up and like beat the shit out of people.
I don't know how people don't figure out it's Bruce Wayne. If this was real life, and
Yeah.
I lived in a city where there's like a dude that just lives on the outskirts of the city that's a fucking billionaire, and he has all these crazy things, and then out of nowhere there's a guy who's just like got all these gadgets. He's got a big ass car.
Yeah.
All these things. I'd be like, well, this dude's got to get this shit from somewhere.
Yeah.
There's something funding this. Like, I don't know how they don't figure it out. Anyway.
You gotta be dumb.
Yeah. The Stephen Grant persona in the comics is like a billionaire persona where he's more, it's actually kind of interesting. It's a pretty big change because this Stephen Grant is a gift shopist. A guy who works at a gift shop for a museum. He's kind of timid and like unsure of himself. Like he's very like, oh no, like, yeah. He's like that kind of guy. A lot of people. It seems like he gets walked over a lot. Like a lot of people were like calling him by the wrong name. He's like, no, it's Steven, not Stevie. And then they're like, all right, Stevie. And he's like, oh, okay.
It's like, all right.
Yeah, he's very much like that. Whereas the billionaire persona in the comics is like Bruce Wayne. He's like very sure of himself. He's the guy that does the funding for Moon Knight's activities when it's really him. Yeah. And then there's one more persona, which I can't remember the name of, but we haven't even seen. Actually, there's two more.
Damn.
The other
so it's like 5 or 4?
there's like 4 main ones. I'm sure there might be more in the comics, but there's 4 main ones I know of. This next one, I don't remember the name of the persona. If it pops up, it'll come to me. But he's kind of like a taxi driver in the comics, and he's a persona that's kind of like he'll go into this persona and then he'll like walk around like the thugs, the lowlifes of the city, and use it as like a way to like be amongst them, amongst the crowd, and then get information that he then gives to Mark Spector to use as Moon Knight. So it's kind of like if you compare with Batman again, Batman has a persona called Matches Malone where he acts like he's a crook and he goes and hangs out with thugs and he gets information by hanging out with them. I don't know how they don't realize it's Bruce Wayne. Yeah. I don't know how they don't recognize it.
It's the Bat.
Yeah, it's the Bat. But then the final one, which I know we're going to see based on trailers and stuff, is he's called Mr. Knight, and he's dressed in a white suit.
Is that this dude?
Yeah, that's Mr. Knight. He's gonna dressed in a white suit. He's a more recent introduction to the comics. I think Mr. Knight is more so like a later introduction in the comics, and he's only shows up. His reason for being created as an identity is because I can't. I'm not going to say something and be wrong. I don't fucking know. He just looks cool. But I do know some people were mad that he was being included, of course, on Twitter. Yeah. Because they were like, what the fuck? Mr. Knight didn't come out until like issue 50. Like they're bringing him out too soon. And I'm guessing, from what I can tell on the show, it seems like Moon Knight has been around for a while, and Stephen Grant is just now finding out about it. Yeah. And then that's what I think.
We're like in the middle of a story.
Exactly.
Which I think is so much better.
I like it because it's like a mystery.
Yeah, because origin stories and shit, like...
We've seen them so many times.
Yeah. I mean, we haven't seen Moon Knight, but I feel like it's cool to start it off. Because honestly, I was just as confused as like Steven, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
you're
this
trying to figure out
episode-
what's going on.
Yeah, he would just be like putting shit away at like his job, and then he would just wake up with like blood on his hands. He's like, what the? I thought that shit was pretty funny.
So that's pretty much Moon Knight, what I told you. So knowing that, does it make the show make a little bit more sense now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew it like going into it. I knew he had like split personality disorder,
Mm-hmm.
and I knew like I liked that whole sequence, and he was like trying to stay up and shit. Like I thought that was pretty cool.
He had the Rubik's cube.
Yeah, he was.
You
he
still
was
be
just
doing
tossing
that?
it up.
I know you was doing that back in the day.
I could do it, bro.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I'll do it on
We'll do a
next episode, bro.
Next episode, Nick will be on the pod until he finishes it.
I'm gonna practice it.
Okay. So yeah, let's now we can get into the actual episode.
Yeah. Oh, I have the name by the way of the other alias.
Of the other one, the taxi driver guy.
His name is Jake Lockley.
Yeah.
And he's a cab driver with an ear to the streets. So like like an info man. I don't know why they wrote it like that.
He listens to the streets.
Street
Street
smart.
He's street smart. Yeah, he's a street smart.
That's the personality.
So yeah, I'm excited to see where they go. I think, and some people were pissed off because Stephen Grant is so different. Like he's easily the most different one.
Yeah.
I think so. This is going to a theory right away.
Let's go.
And then let me tell you what I think. I think, and I could be dead wrong, but you know how at one point he has a date with the girl, and she's like, "Oh, we still on for Friday?"
Yeah.
And like at 7, he's like, "What?" So I'm guessing, like I don't know why a lot of people are saying it was Mark Spector that got the date, which makes sense,
Yeah, probably.
but because it obviously wasn't him, someone else did it, but. I don't know. Like it seems like something the billionaire persona would do. The actual Stephen Grant.
Yeah.
And it was like he's like a dude that's sure of himself, confident. You know. So it makes sense he would get it. Mark Spector's like a mercenary. He still has love interest in the comics and stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know why he would do it if he seems like he's too busy doing Moon Knight stuff. Like he seems like he's deep undercover. Like something's going on. We're gonna figure it out as the series goes along.
Yeah.
So my theory is that. Eventually, we are going to get the actual persona of Stephen Grant. And I think that's why everybody calls him Stevie. I think the billionaire confident version of Stephen Grant is called Stevie Grant in this one. This could be wrong. I'm just guessing because they all called him Stevie. And it seems like that you might just think like, oh, they're just getting his name wrong because he's timid and people walk over him. Maybe he's some days he's more confident and he's more like yeah, my name's Stevie, and he's spitting game. He's pulling, you know.
Want to get some steak at 7?
Steak 7.
Yeah.
I'll pick you up at my place, huh, love?
On a Friday.
On a Friday.
In it.
Come back to my place and
Me pad.
we have a little shag.
Bro, people should bring that word back.
I heard it from
Shagged
Austin
me.
Powers.
Yeah, that's from
The
Austin
spy who
Powers.
shagged me.
You know what? I think I'm gonna agree with your theory.
I think it's cool. I haven't seen any other person talk about that.
Yeah. Well,
So,
I feel like
we'll see.
maybe by the end of the show he'll be like a changed character. So like character development.
I think they might
could
merge
see-
the personalities, like Stevie and Steven. Maybe like once he goes through all this, maybe they become what we've seen in the comic.
Yeah.
But we don't know. I don't know. That's just my theory. Besides that, you want to talk about Ethan Hawke a little bit? What do you think of him?
Yeah. Is he Amit? Is that his dude's name?
Is he what?
Is he the?
Oh, the
They were
god?
like, if Amit decide, like he
No.
did that weird shit. He confused me. All right, I'm not gonna lie.
Well,
he
the
confused
show-
me
well-
as much as Moon Knight
Yeah.
because I was like,
I think
okay,
he's more confusing.
he's
Well, because we know less about him. Let me tell you, I think his character's name is like Arthur Hollow or Harrow.
yes.
That character in Moon Knight comics, he has appeared in a grand total of 1 appearance in his like hundreds of issues, maybe thousands of issues.
Damn.
1 comic appearance. So obvious, and this is what's also stupid. Some people were like, "Man, Arthur Harrow's nothing like the comics." It's, dog, he's been in the comic once. Why y'all care? Like, you haven't even read the comic.
Is that like your first issue? Bro?
It's not even a first issue either. He's like one of those random one-off characters that Spider-Man fought like in the first comics he was in that was called like Fly Guy or some bullshit. And then they say, okay, yeah, this guy was a
Yeah,
stink.
all it says is he's a cult leader.
Pretty much.
He's a doctor.
I think in the comic he was like a Nazi doctor who did experiments on people, and then that's it. He hasn't come back. So in this one, I think what they're gonna do is they're using the name. I don't think maybe he will be doing experiments. We'll find out later on. We don't know what he'd be doing, but I think they're going for more of like obviously a cult leader type thing.
Yeah.
He seems like he's going to be the antithesis to Moon Knight. Moon Knight has Khonshu, the moon god. He has Amit, I don't know what god that is in Egyptian mythology, but it's like that alligator looking thing, and he's got like the tattoo.
He got Florida.
Yeah. It's the Florida god. So I think he obviously, I think he doesn't have powers himself. I think Ahmed is giving him the powers.
Yeah, I think they all get their powers from like the gods.
Yeah, I think Moon Knight gets his powers from the god as well.
That's cool.
And that's what I was going to say. In the comics, sometimes Moon Knight has superpowers where it's just like strength and shit like that.
Yeah.
And then other times he doesn't have powers. He just has like moon gadgets, like moonarangs. Which
Bro,
they look
stop.
Like. I don't think they're called that. But
Oh.
that's pretty much what they are. They're like crescent moons that he throws kind of like a batarang.
Yeah.
He's got his cape is cool because when he
Yeah.
jumps out, it looks like a big crescent moon. Yeah, it looks really fucking
Dude.
cool.
Oh my god.
I'm excited to. I can't wait to see who he's fighting. And that was another thing I kind of liked, how this episode doesn't really have any action sequences. I mean, there is one, but anytime something happens, he blacks out, and then we come back, and it's like the action part's done.
that was kind of annoying me because like I was like, okay, here we go.
You're like, oh hell
But
yeah, hell
they
yeah.
wanted to tease you, and
Yeah.
I get they kind of wanted to. I mean, it worked. I was as confused as like Steven. I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck just happened?
I like how. Wait, what would you do if the whole season goes by? And not once is there an action scene.
just blacks
like
out.
every time there's an
It's like,
action scene, that happens and it comes back. Like they just never do an action scene.
I'd be so annoyed, bro. Dude.
Yeah, it looks like he's doing the sheesh thing. I'll throw that up on.
Yeah, I'll save this.
This is Moon Knight. Mr.
Dude, this is gonna
Knight.
be the thumbnail.
Yeah, they put that on the thumbnail.
Drip night.
Yeah, Drip Night. Oh man.
Dude, they're gonna make memes out of that.
Dude,
I like how the eyes glow, dude. I
do
think
too.
that's fucking badass.
It's like besides Deadpool, because Deadpool's eyes were like all white.
yeah, they're just white.
But these ones are like glowing white.
Yeah.
And people have been asking people to do this because in the comics they always draw them as white to look scary. Like Batman has white eyes in all of the comics.
Wolverine, white eyes.
Yeah, and when they have masks on, they generally have white eyes,
Yeah.
which they've never really done in live action because I'm not gonna lie, it seems kind of hard to do.
Yeah.
Like the Dark Knight tried to do it with that sonar thing, but he looked really fucking weird.
Yeah.
Do you remember it?
Oh, the Nolan trilogy?
In the Nolan trilogy.
Yeah, it was like something that came like in front
and
of
it
his
had like
eyes.
some light blue colored things when he
Yeah.
did the sonar thing.
That's kind of weird.
It looked very odd, to say the least.
Yeah.
But I'm glad they're doing that. I'm glad it looks like they're going like all into this weird like spook or like Egyptian shit, you know?
Yeah. I need to like brush up on the history, bro.
I wouldn't mind, dude. I was saying this is off topic, but God of War went from Greek mythology to Norse mythology. I was saying they should go to Egyptian mythology.
That'd
next.
be pretty cool.
That'd be really cool.
I think Egyptian mythology is pretty cool, dude. I took like an archaeology like class one time. It was actually pretty interesting.
There's a lot of Egyptian stuff is really interesting. You're right. But yeah,
I think that's all we got to say.
I mean,
This is a short quickie, bro. But like
it is a quickie.
the episode was like 45 minutes long.
Yeah,
I really like this episode.
I
I'll
like it
say.
too. I'm excited to see
I was
where it goes.
expecting there to be like an after credit scene, but there wasn't.
Yeah, I usually leave it running and then I'll go and get water or something and like listen and see if anything comes on.
Yeah.
Because I'm always worried I'm gonna miss something.
Yeah.
Marvel.
I don't think. I mean, you said it was 6 episodes, right?
6 episodes, so we got
Okay.
5 more.
Dang. So I was like, do you think Moon Knight and the Multiverse of Madness are gonna like coincide it all together?
I don't think it'll coincide with multiverse. This is one more thing. I think what they're doing, I think they're setting up a Midnight Suns movie or show. Midnight Suns is a Marvel comic that has like the supernatural type people that fight like vampires and werewolves and crazy shit like that.
Okay.
So because Moon Knight fights a lot of like his first appearance was in Werewolf by Night, and he fought a werewolf.
Damn.
So I think they're going to introduce Blade with Mashallah Ali.
Oh yeah.
They-
Dude,
we
I'm
ha- he
waiting
was-
for that shit, man.
Yeah, he was in the post credit of Eternals with Black Knight, Dean Whitman, who was played by the guy from Game of Thrones,
Kit Harington.
And Black Knight, Moon Knight, Blade, Werewolf by Night, which we are getting this October. They're filming it right now. I think our boy actually Rick is working on that, or is his name Rick?
Oh, Raku?
Yeah, Raku.
Oh yeah, he's working
on Werewolf by Night.
Dude, he's like working on hella film sets.
Yeah, shout out our boy.
Bro. Shout out
He's
Raku.
on Werewolf by Night right now.
Yeah, he moved out to Atlanta to work on some film sets, bro.
So that's coming out this year, and all these characters are like supernatural, like Blade fights vampires. Like I think, and all of them are in Midnight Suns, and plus there are other characters too. If you look up Midnight Suns, you'll see. I think they're setting up Midnight Suns.
That's pretty cool.
It will either be a movie or a TV show or something. So I think Moon Knight will appear with that. I don't think it'll do anything with Multiverse of Madness, but that is coming out soon.
So is Moon Knight, where's it located then?
London.
So it's in London.
Well, so was Black Knight. Last time we saw him, the Eternals, they were in London, remember?
Oh, that's right.
And he was like,
dude, they gotta be like,
he's about to touch the sword.
Yeah. I'm so glad we're out of New York, bro.
Like I'm glad they're, yeah.
Like I like New York as like a regular setting, but like.
Well, normally Moon Knight is in New York. Yeah. And they switched it.
There's so much crime, bro.
They were thinking like, bro, like Spider-Man's here. Like all these dudes, we got everything here.
I mean, Spider-Man's trying to like, he's struggling, bro.
My boy on his own.
He's just like.
So that's pretty much it. I think we covered the villain. We covered the dude.
Yeah.
The dude.
I love these reviews. I'm excited for Moon Knight. We might do a middle of the season check-in, or we could just wait till the show's on.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. We might, we don't know. We'll see. So yeah, I think overall, I think this is a solid episode.
Me too. I think it's a solid episode.
I'm excited to see where it goes. Well, I guess we'll check back in at another time, either when it's done or who knows. But yeah, signing off, Nick.
Go subscribe.
Yeah.
To the YouTube channel. Check out our other content. We have a bunch of other reviews and stuff. Go follow Cosmic Kickback on Instagram. Follow us Cosmic Kickback on Twitter, where we tweet out a bunch of trailers and shit.
True.
And we have a Discord too.
There is a Discord.
There's a Discord. Join it. We're trying to build a community. It's fun.
So yeah, we have all that. Thank you guys for listening and or watching, and we will see you guys on the next episode.
Peace.